So while you're waiting for that white part to dry, you guys can go ahead, and I only want you to do these first two sides because we're going to need to touch this at the top and not get fingerprints on the side. Just take your brown and very, very carefully you touch up at the side like that and then pull your brown down. You want to try not to get into your painted area today, and if you do get a little bit at the top on the edge, you can just take your rag or even your finger and just go ahead and brush it down like that. So once you've got that side done, come over to the second side, remembering to keep the top and the bottom blank. If you've got a good steady hand, or think that you can make that top trim okay, start out like that and pull your paint down. At this point, do go ahead and set it off to the side. If you can get closer to a fan, do that. While we're waiting for your board to dry, I want you guys to go to your pile, pick out a bird. Now if you see a bird that another one of your friends has and it's not in your stack, tell me or Mr. G and we can get you another one. I'm going to work on the tufted titmouse. And as you can see on the screen, there's a display of what the tufted titmouse looks like. You will have to do a little bit of mixing for this one. So go ahead and very, very lightly, for the people doing the tufted titmouse, get a little bit of the yellow ochre. You only need a little dab. And go ahead and paint under your bird. Dry out your brush. We do a lot of dry brushing with this process. Dip into the white to get its breast. And it's okay if you go outside of the lines. You know, birds are a little bit feathery. They've got, especially the tufted titmouse, they have a lot of little feathers on the front. That's what's so cute about them, is they're the fuzziest looking birds. Tufted titmouse, once again, you're going to dip into the Payne's Gray and start to paint around that. It doesn't matter how dark or how light it is. Both males and females have various colorations. And once again, you don't want to use a whole lot of water. Plus, we're on paper rather than canvas, so we don't want your paper to warp. And once again, it is okay if you go into the lines, you'll be able to pick that detailing back up. You can improvise here and do a variation if you want to. You don't have to stay on the black lines or inside the black lines. Go ahead and get that tail. Dry your brush back out. Dip into your white again. And just make them a little fuzzy. Give them some good fringe. At this point, you will want to clean out your brushes. And if there's a more detailed brush available, get a smaller brush for that. Very carefully, just dip into your orange and take care of the bird's beak. So birds have different colored beaks. Sometimes they're brown, sometimes they're orange or a light yellow. And you see what the dry brushing does is it actually allows your bristles to spread out a little bit so you can get that.